My Miami Hurricanes became state champs.
Okay.
So I know that's not a big deal from where you once have roamed, but you've been here long enough to know that it's a big deal in Florida.
Absolutely. All college football is. We talked about this. College football in New York is, Saturday. But when I was a kid, it was, there were less teams of national prominence and less television rights.
Yeah, what's the closest,
Syracuse.
Syracuse is the really...
Syracuse and or Rutgers, but Rutgers wasn't anything back in the day. Syracuse was.
Yeah.
That's it, you're not going to be rooting for the Fordham Rams or the Iona Gales. It's tough. Even Stony Brook came on late to be, the Seawolves became a team that put some linemen into the NFL over the course of the years.
Stony Brook,
yeah. Yeah, it's a powerhouse now. It's a state school, as a matter of fact.
I think there was, I played them in baseball. They come down for spring ball.
Yeah.
Stony Brook would.
Yeah.
So it sounds very familiar. So, all right.
Okay. Well, I have you, I can save this for Wednesday, but I'm still intrigued by this, and I haven't heard anything about it. So either, just set me straight here and we can do this quickly, but I'm a little confused. Because Thursday night's game, it was the Rams and whoever they played. Blake, you're in charge of my brain.
It was Rams and 49ers.
Oh, that's right.
Rams.
Thank you very much.
And everybody was hurt on the 49ers.
Right, and they played brilliantly. They did great. But my question to you is this. End of the game, Rams have the ball. It's 4th and Gots at the 18, the 12, somewhere where it's a chip shot field goal, and they're down 3 points. And they decide to go for the first down, which they do not get, instead of going for the tie and going to overtime. I don't quite understand what the logic was there, unless I'm missing something, because you're playing the Niners, you're in the same division, and now you've given them a tiebreaker on you as you go to the end of the season. At the worst case scenario, the game could have been, you could have lost the game, but you ended up losing the game before the game was, you didn't even have to do overtime. Why did they not kick the field goal to tie the game?
Here's the thing, and it happened in the Florida State-Miami game. They go so much by the book and what the book says on the percentages instead of the gut feeling of the coach. And they go off the numbers, and it's almost, the numbers have almost taken coaching out of it. Miami went for it on 4th down, had a field goal. It would have put them up by 11 or something like that with only a minute left. And instead they went for it on 4th and 8. And the play was a well drawn out play, but he overthrew the guy on a screen pass. He had, they had everybody just coming in. And after the game, when they asked Cristobal the question, well, why'd you go for it and not kick the field goal? He goes, well, I went off what the book says.
But you're not playing blackjack.
Yeah, but that's what it is now. The game is so much about statistics. Same in baseball. The game is so much about statistics and less about the feel. And, I want the coach to coach. So say hi to Jeff.
I will, yeah. Hi, Jeff. I was getting to that.
Yeah.
Jeff, how are you, brother? Nice to see you.
So,
by the way, go to the Garcia Project. Get yourself a ticket.
And Barbagine Vikings are now 5-0 in London. So they're going to be battling the Jaguars for London's favorite team.
Nice. Yeah. I think the Jags have established some hometown history there.
Yeah.
So I don't understand why they wouldn't go for the tie and then decide to win or lose it in overtime. And if it was a tie, they'd still, be an even keel with the 49ers. So it doesn't make any sense to me. Yeah,
no, I can tell you the statistics usually do play out in the favor. But to me, that one, that's basically saying you don't have confidence in your team in overtime.
Yeah.
And this is the best opportunity you have to win it. And I can't pick on that coach because, he's got a Super Bowl.
Well, yeah.
So I'm pretty sure he's better at coaching the game of football than I am. And there was probably a reason in the numbers.
Yeah,
but
can't think of it.
I agree with you. I don't always like the going by the book. I want the coach to feel, Shula wouldn't go by the book.
No.
That's just not him.
A lot of them wouldn't. Parcells wouldn't.
Landry wouldn't have gone by the book. Parcells wouldn't have went by the book.
Not at all.
They'd have went by, okay, how do I feel about this? And when guys are winners like that,
right,
and they say, well, this is this is what I thought would be best for my team. You got to give him a little bit of that. And the coach of the Rams, he's got himself a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
So he's got a little bit of cred.
But they weren't playing. I mean, they weren't playing bad. The Niners were playing over their head for the personnel they had during that game. But the Rams stayed with them. Obviously, they were 3 points down.
And that's where I think they would have had. I think the Rams had a better shot in overtime than the 49ers.
Yeah.
The 49ers came in with a great game plan, and the guys stepped up that needed to step up for that game.
I mean, there might have been a problem with the kicker that we don't know about. That's a possibility.
So I have been hearing like a little bit of issues, but you still, but where it was, you could say it was still like a better option than try to go for the first down.
Yeah, because it wasn't. It
wasn't long at all.
It was like a 37-yarder or something like that. So, but I don't know what was inside the inside. So for us on the outside looking in, it obviously now we know the results.
Right.
It was a bad decision.
Yes.
So
in retrospect, hindsight is brilliantly crystal clear.
And my collar's good now, right?
Yes, you're okay.
All right. Thank you.
We can't mock the preppy in you.
Thank you. Yeah, I appreciate it.
But I will say though, still the worst loss from this week so far has been the Cardinals. What the heck?
What are you talking about? The Dolphins were up 19-3 against the worst team in the league.
Yeah.
The Titans?
The Titans, Titans to me are better than the Panthers.
Right.
So,
really?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I went on the Titans. Yeah. Anyway, we should save all this for Wednesday. I'm sorry I got us off track.
Sorry.
It's okay. It's all right. No, but it was a good weekend. I mean, the Hurricanes beat Florida State. Scared me at the end, but they're state champs again, and they're ranked number 2. Someone's like, I think they're better than Ohio State. I don't think anybody's better than Ohio State right now.
No.
So
what happened to Penn State? Holy cow!
Yeah, they're out. They're out of the top 25 altogether.
Texas is out as well.
Yeah, I didn't see the rankings.
Texas
today.
is out.
Yes.
So.
Texas should be out, and Pennsylvania, Penn State was a 24-point favorite to unbeaten UCLA.
Yeah.
Unwon UCLA. I think UCLA was coming in. They might not have won a game.
They
mean UCLA?
Yeah. Right.
UCLA? Yeah, isn't that how you say it?
Yeah, UCLA.
UCLA.
Yeah, when the smog parts, you can see UCLA.
It's UCLA.
Yeah.
It's
Bruins.
Screw that. You ever rooted for a California team?
You're the Raiders. Yeah, for sure.
Coast.
For years, the Raiders up in Oakland. I saw the Raiders.
I can get behind the Raiders because they were
absolutely.
kind of badasses in the 70s.
That was Al Davis, man. Yep.
Stabler and that whole crew was kind of badasses.
Started with LaMonica, the Mad Bomber. He would just hurl the ball downfield.
What was their wide receiver? Blitnikoff?
Fred Blitnikoff.
They're tight end.
No, he wasn't a tight end. Dave Casper was the tight end. Blitnikoff. As a matter of fact, the Blitnikoff Award is for the best college receiver.
In college, it's the Blitnikoff Award.
Yeah,
so,
he would be on the sideline smoking cigarettes.
Even their punter was a badass.
Ray Guy, I got an autographed jersey of his. Who are you kidding?
Hall of Fame
absolutely.
Punter. Yeah. He led the special teams in tackles every year.
Yep, Ray Guy.
When your punter leads your team in tackles,
he's badass.
He's a badass dude. Yeah. And he was the 3rd-string quarterback.
Yep.
So he was, I think he was probably the only punter still that went in the first round, getting drafted in the first round.
I think so.
Like, can you check that one for me?
I can check it.
And then don't forget, we had George Blanda for years.
Yeah. Blanda was a kicker quarterback.
Kicker quarterback. He would come in and he would do, somebody get hurt or there'd be 3 minutes left in the game. He'd come in and win the game.
Yeah.
One of my favorite players of all time, George Blanda.
So Ray Guy's still the only punter to go in the first round.
He's still the only one.
I got an autographed jersey at home.
Yeah. So, but Bobby's talking about who all the Wolfpack beat.
Yeah, right.
So far he beat up Campbell's Soup and some some camel. I don't know what that is. But Josh, be careful up there the game tonight. We're all rooting for the Jaguars since my team's terrible.
Right.
So now my team, I'm going to jump on the Jaguars until they kick me off.
Jags.
So, all right, we got some topics to talk about. We had Elon Musk. You had
the Queen's Jewels.
The Queen's Jewels. I'm interested to hear what that is. And Mark Sanchez. We're back on what the heck? What the heck, Sanchez?
That is just still strange.
I still don't get what's going on there, and I think it's worse than what they're telling us.
Do we even know what precipitated this little brouhaha?
Yeah, I heard it was a little going back and forth, and Sanchez went up to this older guy who was there picking up cooking grease for his truck. He was working.
Yeah.
And Sanchez said something to him, and the guy said something back, and then Sanchez kind of came after him. The guy got scared because here's a 38-year-old muscular man coming at him. So he pulls out a knife, and he...
No. So actually, the rumor was according to the police, the guy used the pepper spray first.
Yeah.
Then, but Sanchez still kept attacking him. Then he used the knife in self-defense.
Yeah, the guy kept beating up.
Wow.
Sanchez kept beating him up, and the guy, what I saw, the guy was still in a neck brace in the hospital, and his face was cut. Sanchez, I think, got released from his
stab wounds.
But I'm not sure. It's just so weird.
Right. The story. Just if you're not sure of what's going on. Mark Sanchez was in, I believe Indianapolis was home, and we was in Indianapolis to cover the Colts game. And news goes around on Saturday before the game on Sunday that he's in the hospital with stab wounds after an altercation with a truck driver. And that was it until the next day, Mark Sanchez was arrested for that altercation.
Yeah.
So that's how it evolved into that, which was even stranger still.
Josh is saying Sanchez wanted him to move his car, but the guy was there working.
Right.
The truck
Picking
driver
up grease
was there.
for biofuel?
Yeah, he was picking up.
And my question is, why do you want to move your car when you know you probably it's like 12:30 a.m. What the heck is Mark Sanchez
shouldn't be driving?
Yeah, no.
He
Right.
shouldn't be
He
driving.
could have been a little tipsy.
Yeah, and the way this kind of played out, he shouldn't have been driving.
Right. Apparently.
Yeah. And where was his friends? Where was his friends at this time? Bobby, no, Blanda isn't the guy that had the half foot. The half foot guy played for the Saints.
No, that was Tom Dempsey.
Dempsey.
Right.
Dempsey.
Yeah, no.
He was a straight on kicker with the little block on the front of his foot.
Correct.
And he had the record for a long time for the longest touchdown. But we knew who you were talking about.
Oh,
we're of that age.
No.
All right, Blake, what did you just discover? You discovered something.
The street cam footage.
Oh, really? Can you load it?
Yeah, give me 1 second. Keep talking.
Okay.
So George Blanda,
we have nothing else to do, so we might as well talk.
Isn't that what we're supposed to do?
That's what we're supposed to do.
But Bobby, George Blanda was just great. I mean, he was a star quarterback for Houston for a while when they were
in the AFC.
Yeah.
Or AFL.
Yeah.
But I mean, like the way the news, not the news, but his own network tried to like basically act like nothing happened. And then the real story comes out and he gets arrested. It's like, okay, butt fumble.
That was just bizarre all of a sudden. Yeah.
So, yep. Rebecca's saying play that footage. So, no, so we'll come up with that footage in just a little bit. But I just, the network knew something was up just by the way they were trying to be as vague as they possibly could.
Yeah.
And, they made it sound like, he was the one who was attacked.
Right.
He was
That's
the one.
The original story seemed that
right.
way.
All right. So it looks like the video doesn't show like the actual incidents. It only just shows Mark leaving the scene.
Dripping blood.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's in black and white. So
does he leave the guy on the ground?
We don't see the guy on the ground.
Okay. So it's really nothing of any. Oh, so you just teased us.
Right.
Director, producers.
I know. Well, he's just trying to build ratings. He's going to come back tomorrow. We'll have more footage.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah. We'll see. We'll see if.
Yeah. This is it here. So.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. And Barbara Jean, did he use the line, "Don't you know who I am"? I wish it would have been.
He's kind of staggering away with his hand over his gut.
Yeah.
Yeah. They did. They kind of made it sound like he got robbed at first, and then the real story. Ooh, he does got a pretty good gut wound right there.
Ouch. Wow.
So this is just him coming from the incident.
Yes.
Oh. All right.